Welcome to another episode of the Roughly Related to Reselling podcast. My name is Perry Phillips. I go by Perry Flips with a Z on Instagram and Pothead Picker on X. You can find my page Flips and Giggles on Facebook as well. On to another week. Another week of stay-at-home dadding and reselling. I don't know if I was sick last time or not. I just started getting sick and then I got like full-blown sick. And then I was like, all right, once I'm done being sick, then I can start like, getting back into like, I was still working out, but like when I'm sick, I try to take it easy. So I wasn't really doing like, the workouts I normally do. And so then like right after, there was like what day was it? Like 3 days ago, I woke up and I could tell, I was like, my body's fucking like tight today. Like I need to do like a good workout. But that was like the day I was feeling the shittiest as far as being sick. So I started to do like stretches and I did like 15 minutes of just like half-ass stretching because I was like, wasn't feeling like doing shit. Like when I get sick like that, I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to fucking rest and recover. And so I like went to go bend down to pick something up or like squat down, which I do that motion all the time. And I just felt, you feel that kind of like, it almost feels like a pull in your like back. And like, man, I came up and I was like, oh, it didn't feel that bad, but I know it's going to feel tomorrow or like later. And sure enough, within a few minutes, I was like hobbling around. My wife's giving me shit. She's like, you look like an old man. I'm like, well, I've just fucked up my back. Like, what the fuck do you... And then she kept asking me, am I all right? Like, well, my back is fucked up, but aside from that, like, she doesn't get the concept of like my back getting fucked up like that. I'm like, dude, it happens to me. I don't know if it's a football thing, but it always happens. It's usually like a few days. As I've gotten older, it takes longer for me to recover. So then yesterday or the day before, I just like stretched all day, did like stretches, was hot off and on, like heating pad. Then the next day I woke up, I was like, oh, sweet, I'll be done by tomorrow. This shit should be good. Wake up today, it's like fucking back to day one again. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's, I don't know, it's not as bad as day one, but it was pretty tight. It fucking sucks trying to do reselling shit with a bad back. So yeah, definitely can't wait to start working. I like, can't wait to get the workout going. Went to like, my daughter had a swim class this morning. It's like her first swim class. We dropped my oldest off at school and then we got to go to swim class and she came home and like fucking fell right to sleep. Like that kid just like, and she usually falls right to sleep, but like, lately she's had an issue with it. Not today. Today she just went right, like she was falling asleep while we were having lunch. I brought her upstairs, put her in bed, and she just stayed there. Normally she's like pops up and tries to just fuck around for a while. So it's like, oh sweet, I'll have time to go down and do my podcast. So I was like, I have a couple minutes. I'll try to get the video going. I paid for this app that like allows you to edit videos. I'm like slowly getting all the stuff together I need. And then I just realized that I'm like still fucking not doing it the right way. I'm like, how do I just shoot this shit from my recorder? Like I'm trying to just get the recorder to my the device so the audio and the video matches up. That's all I want to do. I don't need a fucking set. I don't need like fancy shit. I just need a video that works. So I tried to set it up today, fucked around with it, and I was like, all right, I'm wasting time. I'm going to run out of time again. And so I had to just do an audio podcast only, but I swear we are getting there. I just spent $30 on this app. It's a one-time purchase. And it's supposed to allow me to edit videos. And I used something like that for the audio and it works really well. So I'm really, really hoping that it will just solve my problem. And I could be video within the next few weeks. So after this is done, I'm going to have to go get my kid. It's never ends. And then hopefully later on today I can try to take a look and figure out how to finally get like, I know how to do it, but I'm just like missing the final step. Oh, you know what I think? Well, I don't know. I need like a dual, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into what I need. because I need like a two different pieces that I'm not going to discuss this right here while like thinking out loud, but anyway, it's into January. I mean, I haven't gone out really picking too hard. I was bidding on a storage unit this morning, and it was already like higher than I really wanted to go, but I was the high bidder. And I was like, well, I'll check back in as it gets closer to see like how much more it goes up. If it's still in this range, I'll try to go for it. And I go back, it's like up another $100 fucking dollars. I'm like, I can't with these fucking storage units. I don't know how people make any money. I'm sure you do make money on them. Just buy a bunch of them. But like, people just spend so much fucking money on these storage units. It's crazy. Like, when I first was bidding on them, it was like you could get a storage unit for $200 and under, easy. Now it's like everybody and their mother is bidding on storage units. This unit like had a jacket that at least the jacket goes for like $200 to $300. You know, hopefully. I mean, that jacket probably realistically would sell for like $150 if we're being realistic. So now you've spent like triple. No, not triple. 150 times 2 is 300 times 3 would be 450. Yeah, so if you're close to triple what the cost of that jacket, if on the low end, if you're going to go low just to be on the safe side. So now you're triple what you're fucking paying for that jacket, and everything else in that unit is just a gamble. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, nobody leaves any money. Everybody just wants to like be, you know what I mean? They don't want, everybody has FOMO. I almost got into it too. I was like, fuck, I'm just going to keep bidding. But then like, it was just so crazy. That's why you got to put it away for a minute and come back and be like, this is unreasonable for what's in this unit. So I need to get a trailer and just start buying the bigger units that people just can't, like, there's no way a lot of people could keep up with those. But man, it's really annoying trying to buy storage units because I like to buy them, but it's fucking getting more and more to just like, it's like, unless you want to gamble, you're not going to get a storage unit unless you're willing to pay money to like to gamble on, which is like, it's a big gamble. I've gotten storage units that like look like they were loaded with stuff and it was fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? I still didn't make, like, I got them for free and I still didn't make any money on it. And I wasted fucking time cleaning it out for somebody else. So I don't know. It's just frustrating. I'm really hoping that, this like storage unit boom ends soon because I don't know what these people are doing with all this stuff. Like there's some people selling shit online. I'm sure they're coming from other states and stuff. But man, I don't know. There's gotta be tricks to like getting storage units without having to deal with all the nonsense. There's gotta be. I gotta look into it. I got a friend out in like Washington State who I'm trying to get into it. He'll listen to this podcast like fucking 4 months later and be like, oh, that's me. Unless he's caught up. I don't know if he's caught up. Anyway, so yeah, last weekend, there was a sale Friday. And so I go Friday because there's a sale in the morning. And so I'm like, I had messaged the lady asking her, did I do a podcast on Friday? I didn't ask this lady this. I'm just trying to think. I feel like I told this story, but that would mean that I did a podcast on Friday. When did the last episode come out? Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure that I feel like I already told this story, but that would have meant that I would have had to have done the podcast on Friday, and I don't think I did. Oh, it was Friday. Huh. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, so I went to this lady's thing. So then the next day, there was a sale. And so I had, so I went to that lady's. Sorry, I'll recap. I'm sorry, I'm fucked up. I'm not fucked up, but I'm just like, I just fucked myself up. So yeah, I went to that sale Friday. Fucking A. Friday. We'll start with Friday. Oh, just to recap. I messaged the lady. She said that they were going to be there early. So I get there at like 6 a.m. And of course that they're there, but then she couldn't get into the building. So then she says, oh, you can come back. Blah, 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 blah. So then I come back And she's there, everything's set up, and then she goes, oh, I didn't bring the vintage clothes, which were advertised. And so then I'm like, all right, great, cool. So I talk to them, give them my number, and I leave. That's the end of that. So then they call me like, what day was it? Monday or Tuesday. And the guy, and this is the guy I've talked about this guy before, where like I met him a while back, and like overpaid for a bunch of shit, and like he does a lot of stuff with flea markets and junk and bullshit, and like I don't know if he makes any money. I don't know. I see him everywhere, but he just, every sale that I go to that he's a part of, it's always crazy overpriced. And so he calls me and he goes, hey, I got those shirts, blah 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 blah, if you want to come take a look. Mind you, that was like the first day that I fucked my back up that he called me. And I also had to like go get my kid from school. So I was like, well, you know, I've got to go get my daughter at like 3. It was like a little before 2 at this point. I was like, you know, do you think I'll have time to get over there if we're doing this today? Because he starts going, oh, you're going to meet me at this place, and then we're going to drive over to storage, and I got to dig it out. And I'm like, that sounds like it's going to take a lot of time. It's always crazy to me when people like expect this amount of time from you. It's like, I'm just there to buy shit. I'm not there to I'll dig. Yes, of course I'll dig all day. But you're like telling me I'm going to dig this shit out of your storage unit. Mind you, I would have done it had I not had a fucked up back. I would have been there all day. I would have been like, hey, I'll be right over. But I had a fucked up back. So I'm like, I'm not fucking digging this dude's shit out of his storage unit. Like any other situation I will, like, but this guy just, and so then he's like, oh, well, tomorrow will probably be better. Let me just get this stuff together, and then tomorrow will probably be better. So I call him the next day because he tells me to, and he's like, oh, let me call you back. It's not a good time. So then he calls me back, and I'm just like, this is the guy. And then I start to remember why I didn't deal with this guy back in the day. And so then he calls me, and he's like, yeah, sorry about that. We've got all these books we're trying to get out of this place by, you know. And I was like, oh, are you doing another sale this weekend? He goes, no, I don't know with the weather. I don't think so. And we have so many books left. And I'm in my head, I'm like, yeah, you have so many books because you fucking were charging a ridiculous price for books at a sale. Like, he was charging like $3-4 a book at like an estate sale, which is like unheard of in this area. People do not want, they'll pay like 50 cents a book, but you're charging like out the ass for books. You have no way to get rid of these books, and you're just like, oh, let's try to get top dollar for them. And so they were dealing with that. So he's like, oh, I got to figure out how to get all these books out of here. You don't deal with books, do you? I'm like, no, I don't deal with books. Like, I wouldn't want to deal with your leftover books that you can't even sell. So just all in all, I was like, this guy's fucking wasting my time. He's like, well, let's just I'll figure out this stuff, and you'll be my guy. I'll call you right away, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, just call me when you get the fucking clothes found. You know what I mean? My days of like going and like, I don't want to go there, drive here, drive there. Like, just have the stuff ready to go. Like, you're like a drug dealer back in the day who just didn't have his shit together. You'd have to like meet him one place and then jump in the car, take a fucking ride around because they didn't have a proper system. Like, they just were sloppy drug dealers that didn't have like a proper system. So you just go for a joyride. Like, you were fooling anybody. You weren't fooling anybody. Everybody knows you were getting in that car to buy drugs. And now you just drove around smoking some drugs. So now you're fucked up and you just bought drugs. It's just not the whole situation. I know that's a bad analogy or a bad metaphor, but you kind of get what I'm saying, right? Everybody's at one point, maybe not, been on a bad drug deal. Either the drug dealer or drug dealee. But anyway, yeah, that's what that felt like. It felt like this guy was just going to fucking dick me around. I was going to go there and waste a bunch of time. And, you know, I think I was right, because I told him, hey, I'll wait. Just let me know when you're ready. And so we'll see. I have another friend that's how I saw. He said he has comic books for me, so I'm going to take a look tomorrow. Lowball the shit out of him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know what he has. You never know when people people always tell you like, oh, I got this from so and so. He said he got this from like an ex-girlfriend's grandfather or something. So they're old. I don't know like who knows what they are. They could be some fucking bullshit, but we'll see. So he just wants them gone. So I'll go take a look. We're going to hang out with our kids and then get that going. And then, then I went to the sale Saturday morning. And so I had talked last week about how I was going to go Friday night to go get get a number. And so like my plan was like to go for midnight, get a number, and then come back in the morning. And I went downstairs, got the car started. It was fucking freezing, and I was tired. I was like, started the car. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go shut the car off. Went and shut the car off, and I texted my wife. She was sleeping upstairs, but I knew that like she'd read it in the morning. So I texted her. I was like, hey, I didn't go to the sale. Can you just stop and get me a number in the morning? And I texted her the address and a map showing her it was like 5 minutes from her job. And so she ended up going, and she got the first number. The guy was like shocked that nobody else came. I mean, I'm not shocked. I was going to go, but then like I really was just like, it could be a complete bust. And then I just wasted 2 trips to this fucking place. So I was like, no. So I ended up getting number 1. I talked to him about like the G.I. Joes. I should have talked to him about the cars too. I forgot about them, and some other guy mentioned it. And I didn't want to start a whole thing. So then we go in, I get all the G.I. Joe stuff. I found some other stuff, miscellaneous stuff. I mean, I'm not going to like break, I'm not going to go fucking get rich or whatever, but like I'll make some decent money. But this guy's toy collection, like it's in good condition in that like a lot of times you find some of these old collections and they're just fucking disgusting. There's like shit and nasty stuff in them and fucking gross stuff and all this bullshit. And so it feels like this was like Sid from Toy Stories. It felt like it was his toy collection. You know what I mean? Stuff was in good condition, but it was like it all had been taken apart. Like there was not one complete action figure. It was all G.I. Joe stuff from like the 80s, like the 3.75 inch, the smaller figures like that went from like the 80s and 90s. And not a single one is complete. Not complete, but like assembled. Like they took apart all of the figures. All of the vehicles are like completely disassembled. There's parts and stuff everywhere. So like I was going to start parting stuff together, but there's just so much shit. Then I'm like, I'll get enough money for this to sell it like as is. So I'm just trying to come up with a price. But yeah, man, it felt like it was Sid from Toy Story. It felt like it was just like this person was just a mad. I was like literally going through this stuff being like a little disturbed by like, I was like, what the fuck kind of kid was this? Like, this is fucking fucked up. All of these figures are dismembered. And then there was like these army men, like old army men. They had like painted blood. That's what it looks like, unless they like somehow spattered like red paint on it. But it looked like these things were like made to look like they were like bleeding and shit. Like they had wounds that this person made with like, must have cut it with a knife or something. Like it was fucked up. It was really fucked up. I was like, damn, dude, like the house wasn't that creepy. It was like a nice country rustic house. And, but man, those toys were just completely like all over the place. And, yeah, the rest of the sale was all right. I found a few other things. I found this like zombie salt and pepper shaker, and I completely forgot that I had put it in my bag, and it was breakable, and I just completely fucking broke the arm off. I've been trying to glue it using Gorilla Glue, but Gorilla Glue fucking sucks. I've used it before and like didn't think it was that bad, but like I tried using Gorilla Glue on this thing, holding it forever, and it just would not like adhere. The crazy glue is where it's at, and of course I don't have any. I had like some crazy glue that was crazy hard from being fucking left for so long. But yeah, the rest of the sale was all right. It was like I saw this guy I know, and it sucks because I found like I was looking for CDs. There was like a picture of CDs and cassettes, and I found the guy whose sale was. I was like, oh, how much do you want for the box? And he like went to go ask his brother, and came back up, and my buddy had already asked him about it, so I had to be like, oh, you can take it first. I should have just walked the whole box up to the front and been like, I'm taking this. And yeah, but whatever. I'm glad that dude got it. But it probably wasn't a ton of money. CDs and cassettes don't go for as much money as they were like a couple years ago. So, and then I had a neighbor. My neighbor gave me these like coins. His wife works for like some coffee company, and they just like merged with this coffee company or something, or they are starting to sell their product. I don't remember what the fucking thing was. So I had these like coins from this coffee company, Black Rifle Coffee Company. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. But they, these little coins, like just like challenge coins or something, like enamel coins. He gave me one. I sold it like almost instantly for 50. So then he gave me another one. I put it on there for 75, and it didn't sell. Dropped it down to 50. Sold almost instantly. So they're like, oh, we have a bunch more. We were throwing them away at one point. I was like, God damn, you just threw away 50 fucking, like probably $200-$300. So, I mean, I had no idea. He gave it to me. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I almost told him I didn't want it, but I've been trying to be better about, like, when people are giving me gifts, like free shit to sell, I'm trying to be better about being like, sure, I'll take it. You know what I mean? And then acknowledging, like, I texted him and I was like, hey, like, I owe you some beers or whatever. Showed him a picture of the screenshot. So I haven't told them about the last one just because they've been busy. They're like almost having a baby. There's like a false alarm the other day. So we're not sure if we're going to have to be on standby to help out with their kids. Did this just get really low? Or was I like sitting awkwardly? Sorry, my back is fucked up. So I'm trying to like sit and like not fuck it up even more. So yeah, then that sale, what else happened? So then I finished up there, and I think that was it. But basically filled my car. Oh, that's right. And my fucking dumbass. I've made a couple dumbass decisions. I finally cleared out my garage. And you get to that point of, you know, sale season where you're just like looking for a win wherever you can get a win. You're like, man, my death pile's cleared out, but now I need some more stuff to sell. And so I'm at this estate sale, and they've got all of these bins of like old metal, like the metal cookie tins that are popcorn tins that they would sell every year at Christmas. So there's just a bunch of those, and I asked him like, what's in there? And the guy goes, oh, those are all like old sealed McDonald's toys. So I'm like, well, how much do you want for them? So then I bought all these fucking McDonald's toys like a fucking idiot. I got a giant tub of them in my fucking basement now. And then on top of that, this lady was like getting rid of vintage Christmas trees, and like for some reason I thought they might be the aluminum ones, and I know those go for crazy money. So I went over there, they were not, and I still took the trees like a fucking idiot. I should have just been like, sorry, this isn't what I was looking for. Like, thank you for letting me take a look. But I took both of them. So now I have these giant boxes with these fucking trees in there. And now I have to get rid of them because they didn't sell on Facebook. I doubt that they will sell on Facebook. But I'm going to try to give them away for free and hope that somebody comes and takes them. Otherwise, I'm just going to bring them to Savers and be like, here you go. Your fucking problem now. So we'll see what happens. I might just have to like tape the box up and be like, this is just a bunch of like stuff. Who knows? They take fucking anything at this. There's two. There's one that will not take anything, and then there's one that's just like they don't give a fuck. They had I know this has nothing to do with it, but they had like it was I'm gonna assume that they hadn't transitioned like fully. It was just like it would look like my friend's dad like lost a bet. That's what it that's what this I now there was definitely no surgery involved. There was no like, hey, I'm gonna like try to take some like estrogen maybe. It was just a dude who like and they were just like talking like a dude, but they were fully dressed as a woman, and like but like had no like just it was just like when I say like my friend's dad, I'm thinking specifically of one dude, and he like used to listen to classic rock when we were kids, and like fucking would just not shut the fuck up about classic rock. And this is what was like there was this fucking trans person. I guess they were trans, but they don't. I feel like you have to have transitioned to be trans. Yeah, maybe he was just a cross dresser. There was no way there was any surgery involved. There was no way there was any like medical intervention. This was just a dude dressed as a chick, like fully in makeup, fully dressed like a chick, but like still talking in this, like not like trying to be like change any type of mannerisms, or like it was just like a dude who wouldn't shut the fuck up about classic rock. He was just going, that's what he was talking about too, is classic rock. And he was just fucking, sorry, I'm not gonna say she, because in this case it was a full-blown dude. Like, and so anyway, they're going on and on about fucking whatever, and I'm just loading my shit into these bins, and they could have no fuck. They could give one, like, no fucks about what you bring to them at that Savers. None. Not a care in the world. They're too. That dude's too busy telling all the younger kids about how cool classic rock was back in the day. Like, oh man. Anyway, let me see. Let me check my little list here. It might be a shorter podcast day just because we're getting, I'm running out of time today. I was running out of time this week, and I was hoping to get it done earlier, but whatever, we're getting there. It's crazy. We're coming up on 50 episodes of me doing this podcast. I can't even believe that. That's fucking nuts. Oh yeah, the other night, this is just fucking, so we got like this stupid board that like my wife uses to take pictures. It's like a little pin board, like it's got these little plastic letters that you can put and like put happy birthday, or you know, I came, whatever you want to put. And so my youngest child was like chilling in the bed. My wife went up there and she like had this thing in her hand. It's like the Y was missing. So my wife is like freaking out that she ate this thing, and like just getting like hyper fucking stressed, and like, so I was like, well, just take her in if you're worried about it. Like, take her. So she takes her into the ER. She like went to the one. Luckily, they just went to the one 5 minutes up the street. I was like, just go there. It's 5 minutes. Like, saves you an extra, 30 minutes of driving. Even if you wait longer there, it's, you're not going to be driving for as much. And so she took her in. She got seen. They're like, there's nothing we can do. She gets back later on. And like, for some reason, I had the thought before she was like, looking through her pictures or something. And for some reason, it popped into my head to be like, are there any pictures like of the actual board? Because I had said to her before, I was like, I don't think the Y was on there. And she was like, I don't know, I think it was. So then she like happened to be going through some pictures, and she just was like decided to go look, and sure enough, there was no Y. The Y was the letter we were looking for, and it was missing as well on the other board. So I was like, yeah, I told you, I'm pretty sure that Y was missing. So we went to the ER, gonna probably spend like $200-$300 and for absolutely nothing. So yeah, that was fun. And we asked her, like, did you eat something? She goes, no. So like, we had no idea, like, if she actually, no, she said yes. That's what she did. She said yes, she did eat something. So we're like, well, what did you eat? Or not, what did you eat? We know what you eat, but like, did you eat that? So yeah, it's been a fun couple of weeks in Parentland for me. Had to go to that party on Saturday that I was worried about going to. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It ended up being me and 2 moms and then like 4 little girls. So it was like me and then a bunch of chicks, which is like what I'm used to, you know what I mean? But I always feel weird because I'm like, oh, that like there's just a dude in your house with like, you know what I mean? Like if I came home and there was just like a dude at my house, I would probably be a little like sketched out. Even though it's like, I'm with my kid. I'm just there to fucking, as an ambassador to my child, to make sure that they don't get molested. You know what I mean? Like, it's essentially why I'm there. But it was fun. I mean, it wasn't I always work myself up to be like, but then before, like, as I was getting ready for the party, I didn't get nervous at all. Like, I get more nervous going to a yard sale or an estate sale where like I'm early, You know what I mean? I get like nervous for that. That's like what I get nervous for. But I don't get nervous for like for kid shit. I don't. I thought I was gonna get nervous. Like I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be nervous up until, and then just like the day of, I was just like, whatever. It's like my kids shit. And then like today, I wouldn't be normally nervous about like swim class, but like, you know, you're going to a new situation. You're probably gonna be the only guy again, just because, you know, mostly it's women are stay-at-home moms. It's usually not dads. But then I went and I was like, no, I wasn't nervous at all. I just like went in. And it was just me and a bunch of bitches, you know, like usual, just hanging out with all the bitches. And yeah, so it was fun. I mean, it was a good time. It was only like 2 hours. For some reason, I thought it was 3 hours. So I'm pretty happy about the fact that it was only 2 hours. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like a long drawn out thing, and then you're like, it's lucky it's only like a short thing. So it was nice. It was very nice. I'm trying to think if I have any updates on some other things that have happened recently. I don't know if I do. I feel like I put so much time into trying to figure out the video today that I forgot to actually put any time into the actual content of this podcast. Let me see if I had any weird issues or... Oh, I have a shirt that I can't find right now. So that's what I'll have to do later, is try to find this stupid ass shirt. It's a red shirt, so I should be able to find it. But I have no idea where it is. I know it's there somewhere because I remember getting 2 of those shirts a while ago. And yeah, all my clothes are in one area, but they've kind of gotten overloaded in the last few weeks as all this new bullshit has come in. I need to deal with the other stuff today or this weekend. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do. I've done this a couple times where I just take all this bullshit that's like, from now on, if there's no pictures, I'm not fucking coming. I don't give a fuck. If I miss out, I miss out. I keep ending up with bullshit that nobody wants because I think it's going to be something good. And then it's just the opposite. So, yeah, I got to do better about that. It's always this time of year, too. It's always this fucking time of year where I'm like, I'm running out of stuff. Even though I have like 2 piles of fucking toys left to go through. Not even to go through, but... I got this dude who's like interested in buying some more stuff for me, so I'll hit him up about these G.I. Joes. I just want to be done with them. I got what I needed out of them. I take some stuff out and like make a lot. Like there were some Star Wars toys that were mixed in there, but at the end of the day, I can't spend that much time trying to fucking sort these pieces and figure out what goes where, and you know. So anyway, yeah. That's kind of how it's been. Just I need it to be yard sale season. I don't go to really thrift stores, man. I don't like to deal with all that stuff. It's hard too because we only have so much time before I have to get back, and trying to bring my kid into the store now, and so all right, let me see what the last thing is. I'm going to have to end this early because I might come back and do a little bit longer. We'll see. I thought I had enough stuff. I swear I had a ton of stuff written down. Oh yeah, here's one thing I wanted to talk about. I thought it was pretty funny. I was at Target the other day, and there was an employee who asked their manager, they were like, can I go to the bathroom? I was like, what the fuck? What are you, in grade school? Like, and the manager is like, oh yes, thank you for asking. It's like, why? I would never fucking ever. If I ever had a job where they were like, you have to ask to go to the bathroom, I'm quitting. You have to ask to go to the bathroom? Like, the fuck are you, 5? Can I go to the bathroom? And this person actually asked it, like, and then the person answered, which is even crazier. And I'm like, yeah, why the fuck are you asking me? You're an adult. But they were like, yes, thank you for asking. It's like, what? But then those people will be like, you resellers should get a fucking job. It's like, that's the job where you have to ask to go to the bathroom like a fucking child. Like, I couldn't believe it. I know I've told a couple of my friends and like my family members about this, and none of them thought that. They were like, yeah, and like, you would ask to go to the bathroom at your job? That's crazy. Like, if I was in fifth grade, I would ask to go to the bathroom. But if I was working at the fifth grade as a teacher, and I wouldn't ask to go to the bathroom. Can I go to the bathroom as an adult is wild. That's crazy. How the fuck you just asked to go to the bathroom? I couldn't fathom. That's why I'm like, this is, like, in this job, the most you'd have to do is ask somebody at a sale, like, hey, can I use your bathroom? Because there is no other bathroom. But I just thought that was wild. And I also thought it would take up a lot longer of this conversation, which is why I didn't put too many other topics. Let me see. The other thing I was thinking about the other day was, I found some CDs. It was just like the parental advisory stickers. Like when you would try to find, like there was places that would sell them to you. You know what I mean? You'd have to find select places. You'd be like, oh, this place. It was almost like getting you ready for underage drinking. Oh my God, my nose is like not stopped. So yeah, it was almost like getting you ready for underage drinking, because you'd have to like be resourceful and figure out where you could get it and where you couldn't. And yeah, I don't know why I was thinking about that the other day. Like just the absolute like struggle of trying to get parental advisory stickers. Like some parents were cool with it. They'd be like, oh yeah, let's just buy these for my kids. And then some, like my mom, knew what the fuck those stickers meant. Yeah, she knew. So like, you know, those you kind of had to hide. And then some of them would have the parental advisory stickers. Sorry for that. I know that was gross. But like some would have them printed on and you couldn't get those ones off. And then some would just be like the little printed sticker. You'd have to try to take it off, and like there'd be some sticker residue. But yeah, for the most part, you'd have to try to get those stickers off. But yeah, I mean, it was funny because it made people want those things more. It's like, I want this more. Like I didn't want the edited version. It was the same shit, but it was like, ew, this is edited. I can't listen to all the words. I didn't want it. I wanted the good shit. But yeah, I remember Kmart, when they were still around, they would sell them to you. You didn't need an adult. Strawberries Music, I don't know if they did or not. But there were certain places you could go and they would just be like, yeah, they didn't give a fuck. Because they're teenagers, you know what I mean? Teenagers don't give a shit. And also don't know how old people are, you know what I mean? They're just like, whatever, you're buying the CD. I used to love buying CDs. That was like one of my favorite fucking things to do. Anytime my mom would drag me to some fucking stupid bullshit, I would go look for CDs. I was talking about this the other day. She would take me to like flea markets, and I would just walk around. There would be like band t-shirts everywhere. Like, oh man, the money that like was just sitting there at those days was crazy. Just like, yeah, I got some of my favorite t-shirts at those flea markets. I got like South Park, Marilyn Manson. I remember I had a Frighteners t-shirt. I always looked that one up because I don't remember what happened to him. But yeah, some of my t-shirts were worth some money. But they're all gone. We didn't keep shit. So, California's on fire. I keep seeing people that are like asking like, oh, do you check with your customer who's buying their package to see if their house is on fire? Like, why would I do that? If they ordered it, I assume that they know. You know? I mean, I assume they know that there's fucking fires going on from near their house. But I don't know. That's part of why we got out of California, dude. Always a drought. I'm sure they had fucking plenty of water for other bullshit. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that right now. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. 20 minutes early today. I know. I apologize. I'm going to get a longer one in, maybe. Or maybe I'll come back and do another 20 minutes. Who knows? We never know. But I got to go do some shit, stretch out, and get ready to go get my other kid. I was running out of time trying to get video. And then hopefully next time I'll have some video. More topics, too, because I got some other shit coming up. So, all right. Subscribe, like to the podcast. Like to the podcast. Like the podcast, subscribe, and catch you next week.